Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and we're here in DCS World just as we watch that plane taking off there. We are in the Huey. We have jumped into a free flight harbour tour. Now we're going to follow that guy in front if he waits for us. So I've got my HOTAS all set up, my rudder pedals, but the reason for this video is we're going to have a look at this piece of software. It's called Facetrack NoIR. That's Facetrack NoIR. I will leave a link in the description. Now I've seen this piece of software before, but I thought it was always called Facebook Noir. But essentially what it is, it's head tracking software. Now I've had TrackIR previously, which was superb, but that is quite costly. And I don't have one with me now, and I wanted to try something in DCS World, so I bought this piece of software. Now, it wasn't expensive, relatively speaking. I think it was less than £4. I think it was €3.5 or €4, something like that. But, essentially, just as it glitches there, just as I'm talking, because I moved my head. Essentially, it uses your webcam to track your face. Now, it doesn't do a bad job of it. I've kind of got it set up where it works reasonably well. Now, I did try and fly the Huey before this and I found it really difficult. So, we'll get up, he's getting impatient, we'll get up in the air. Now, you'll have to excuse my flying. It isn't the best. He is getting impatient, he's going. We'll better catch him up. So, this is one of the... Oh, too much collective there. So this is one of the free flight or free flight missions or whatever it is. Obviously just getting you used to DCS World and what it looks like and how you fly around it. But as you can see, this tracking software doesn't work too bad. But my flying, it doesn't help my flying really, it just helps spotting things when you're coming into land a little bit easier. Right, where's that guy gone? He's gone. So, a bit of a stadium here. What is it, football? Well, it looks like there's a running track. Can we see it through that bottom window? I can? Yeah, running track. Ah, it's actually a football pitch. Now, I don't know where this guy's gone. We'll try and put the autopilot on. Level flight. Right, so we'll just leave that there, level flight, so we can have a little look around now without worrying too much about flying at this point. I don't know where he's gone. So there's a bit of a marina down there. What's that? Is that? Oh, there he is down there, look. Can you see him? We better drop down there. So we'll try and catch him up. Try and get a bit of speed up going down here. So yeah, I'm not the best at flying, but my aim is to get reasonable in the Huey. But I think to do that, is he landing there? Looked like he stopped there, so let's get rid of a bit of speed. Where's he gone? Has he stopped? Yeah, he looks like he's landed there, so let's kill a bit of speed and see what he's playing at, see what his game is. Now, the bit that I'm struggling with in the Huey is this, I can't remember what it's called now, but when you're transitioning from forward flight to a hover, I think the cushion of air that you push down, you actually sit within that, so essentially you don't have any lift. So, and I think we're going into it now, so you've got to add a little bit of collective just to get yourself out of it, or move either left, right, forward or backwards. Where is he? If he's gone, I'll be furious. He has, you know. Where's he gone? Can't see him down there. No, he's definitely gone. Wasting my time. Can we see him? I can't see him anywhere now. No. He's gone. Has he? I can't see him anywhere out the side window. I can see some... No, I can't. That's a bit of dirt on my screen. So, he's gone. So, let's have a look at this town over here. So, we'll drop down a bit. And have a look at this town. DCS World looks really good, mind. It does look good. It runs really well. I mean, I've got these settings on high, you know, the highest they can go, and I'm running it on the ultra wide at 1440. I mean, it isn't set up as triples, so the image is stretched. You can't see it because it's moving it to the centre, but the image is a little bit stretched on the edges from my perspective, but that's fine. I can live with that for reasonable frame rates, certainly. Right, let's try and drop down a bit now. So we've got some big cooling towers over here. I wonder if we can fly through the steam of the cooling tower. Let's slow down a bit though. Because if we don't, we'll be flying into the cooling tower. A bit fast. There we go. There's that pocket of air that we've just gone through. We'll try and fly through this steam if we can. Actually almost landed on the cooling tower then. But we might have just touched the top of it with the skids. There's another one over there that we missed. Let's try and fly through that one. So it's difficult trying to learn the mechanics of how helicopters fly and the rotors and what gives you lift. So you can... I always thought that the collective just gave you the lift and that was it, but it's actually forward momentum gives you lift as well. So you can have the same amount of collective, and as long as you're just moving forwards, then you will generate a bit of lift. Let's see if we can land on this piece of grass down here. Just a bit of a rehearsal for the landing. Now my angles of approach are probably way too high as well, too steep. I think you're probably supposed to start your landing a lot sooner than this, I would guess. But we're going a bit too quick. But let's try and get rid of a bit of speed, not too much. Because I think if you're still moving forward, then you don't ride on your own cushion of air. And I think if you're near the ground, then obviously your lift is probably a bit greater, I think, because it's pushing off the ground. That's maybe totally wrong. But I'm starting to drop a little bit now, so I need a little bit more collective. There we go, we're dropping like a stone. Can we get it back? There we go, a little bit of left rudder. There we go. For me, that wasn't too bad for a landing. Right, that's the test landing. We're in a bit of a dust cloud. We need to get out of this. So, we'll try and just raise the helicopter a little bit, and we'll just try and keep the collective at static point. And then we'll just try and go forward. So I'm not going to touch the collective. I'm just going to keep going forwards and see if we do get any lift by going forwards. That's my understanding of it anyway. Oh boy, there we go. Starting to go now. So we're getting a bit of speed. Not touching the collective. And as we build up speed, then we are gaining a little bit of height. Not a great deal. I think we were using a little bit of left rudder there that was slowing us down a little bit. We'll try that again without the left rudder. So we're still maintaining the same distance from the ground, but we're picking up quite a bit of speed now. Although it's not lightning fast, I must admit. But we are a little bit higher than we were. Right, let's try and get back to where we started from. So raise the collective a bit. A little bit of left rudder. Watch those trees. That was close. Right, what's this tower over here? There's another tower here. I can't remember where we landed, where we took off from, I mean, sorry. If we head for the harbour, then we should be able to find our way back. So a bit of a factory down there. As you can see, you can move your head and have a good look. Hello, Jim. Right, so we'll head for the harbour. And then we should be able to find our way back from there. Engage the autopilot, just give us a little break. So yes, there's the harbour over there. I don't know where my mate went from earlier on, but he took off and left me. Supposed to be tour operators, that doesn't look very professional. But I'm impressed with the software. It works really well for what it is. You know, it's just your webcam at the end of the day. I'm using my Logitech Brio, which worked fine. It doesn't have to be an expensive webcam. They do say that the higher frame rate, the better. So the Brio does 1080p 60, but I think it's only running a fraction of that resolution. The PlayStation Eye is supposed to be a really good camera, because I think that goes up to 120 frames per second, I think. And you can pick them up quite cheap on eBay, in the UK anyway. They're under £10 for a PlayStation Eye. So if you are if you're wanting to find some kind of head tracking solution, then £4 for this bit of software, and if you spend £10 on a PlayStation Eye, that's with postage probably under £20. and you're laughing. Right, autopilot off, because that's where we're going to be landing over there. So let's try and get down a little bit sooner this time and see if we can get this bad boy landed. So I don't know what the angle of approach should be. I don't really know anything about flying the Huey. I haven't really mapped any controls, just the basic flight controls, autopilot and pilot trimmer. Other than that, nothing else really. So I really don't know what I'm doing, as you've probably guessed. I'll try and get rid of a bit of speed now. But we don't want to go too high, so there we go, that's alright. We are climbing, but not by much. Speed's coming down. So there's a United States Air Force jet over there, I think, at the end of the runway. So we'll try right at the very end, so we'll try and land there. A bit high. If I get this landed here, I'll be so surprised. It only takes me about 5 or 6 attempts to land. That landing on the grass was just a fluke, although it was a big bit of grass, wasn't it? So here's this pocket of air coming, where we're transitioning from forward flight to quite a bit of collective needed there, just to stop it from dropping like a stone. Right, here we go. This is the bit that normally struggle with. As you can see, for some reason, I'm going up and down. Right, well, too much collective. Right, let's try that again. I don't know what happened there. Right, let's try this again. Hopefully in future videos you'll see an improvement, because this, at least this shows us where I am right now. And there we go, we're down. Oh, that's what I mean about the landing. I start to land, then I overcook it, and then before I know it, I'm back up in the air. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Just a bit of a fly around and a look at this bit of software. I'm sure you're aware of it, but if not, then it's worth checking out for the price. Relatively cheap. As long as you've got a webcam, you can get it working. If you want to know the settings that I've got, then give me a shout and I'll send you my file, the config file for the bit of software. As always, thanks for watching everybody. See you later. Cheers. You could have told us what I was doing wrong.